In a world of seemingly endless podcasts comes what many would call another one. Welcome to the Two Men podcast with your hosts Tim Matson and Phil Powell. Now please join these two confirmed men, that's two moderately entertaining nerds, as they take you on another podcast adventure that's guaranteed to be funny. Or not. This week the two men talk about the great American tradition of yard sales.
Welcome to another episode of the Two Men Podcast.
Woo!
With me, Tim.
And me, Phil.
Yeah, it's good to have you back for another week of fun.
It's good to have your back.
Well, yeah, I'm glad to have my back.
Yes, but
Yeah.
they're back.
They're back.
They're back.
We're
Okay.
back.
Mm-hmm.
You're back.
I'm back.
Again.
Yet one more time.
One more time.
Unto
I'm giving you one more chance.
unto the breach.
Is it unto the breach? Or
Once
into the breach?
more. No, it's unto. Because, I was corrected by a snotty person, and ever since then, I've taken it upon myself to be snotty and correct other people.
I wondered what had happened.
Yeah, that was it.
So that's your origin story, is it?
Right, yes. Once more, unto the breach, snotty man. That's how he was born. We're back.
Mm-hmm. We're
And
back.
We're going to talk about something you are not expecting.
No, absolutely no. It's a great American tradition.
Yard sales.
Yard sales, yeah. That time of year in the summer, we haul out all the junk that you just can't stand to look at any longer and try to charge people a quarter to get rid of it.
Right. And the people that show up early at yard sales.
God, I hate those people.
It's like you advertise it. I actually...
No early birds, and yet they're still there.
I got to be honest, I hate yard sales.
Why?
I
love yard sales.
hate participating in them. I hate attending them.
Why? There's so much cool junk. I mean, granted, it's junk, but it's cool.
That is, you talk about intense sales pressure. That there is a lot of, when your neighbor or your supposed neighbor walks up to you while you're looking through their children's toys, which sounds really...
Why? I'm worried about that you're looking at toys.
Well, you look at whatever's there.
Sure, yeah.
It's like, I'm looking at, people put all kinds of stuff up for yard sales. So you look in the bins, and sometimes there's weird stuff in there. And but you got to browse.
Yeah, well, do you?
Well, how do you not browse at a yard sale?
I don't know. I mean, I kind of like scout ahead and figure out what yard sales I want to go to. I don't like just...
But they don't tell you everything they're going to have. You
no,
gotta browse.
That's true. I guess so. All right,
you would have to sit in a car to not browse.
No, what? No, you can get out and go to the thing that you came there for, buy it, and go away, or not buy it if you don't want it. You don't have to browse.
Well, how do you know that they've got the thing that you want?
A lot of times it's listed in the paper.
Oh,
they do the paper listings.
I don't read those.
You're not a professional then.
No, I guess not. So I don't know.
You're strictly
I would
amateur.
think it would cost $1 billion to list everything you like.
Well, yeah.
Stub of pencil, 2. Bar of soap barely used.
Yeah.
25.
But I mean, they list like by category. So like household goods. So if you need like pots and pans or something, you go and look for that. I like looking for, like, a lot of people unload like their record collections or stuff like that. So I'll go and look at, some records.
Right.
Find some records for cheap.
Is it just a nostalgia thing for you?
What?
I mean, like going and finding records like from your childhood or whatever?
Oh, it's not necessarily from my childhood. I mean, I like vinyl records. I have a record player in my study, and I like putting on records whenever I'm sitting at the computer and doing stuff.
What makes that room your study?
I don't know. I really don't do much studying there. It doesn't have enough bookshelves to be a library.
Yeah.
So
is it the place in your house where if you were Colonel Mustard, you would be murdered?
It could possibly be where I would be murdered.
You also could be murdered in the theater, though.
Yeah. I mean, likely, if I'm ever murdered, I'm probably going to be murdered in the theater because that's generally where I spend a lot of my time.
That's right.
I mean, I'll either that or I'm on the throne. I'll die like Elvis.
So in Clue, there was no bathroom, was there?
No, because
in that whole
posh people don't go to the bathroom.
Stinking mansion
no bathrooms.
with the secret. You know where the bathroom was in
Where?
the secret passageway.
That's why everybody keeps going through there all the time.
That's right. It's like that's the only place you could go to relieve yourself.
Clue as an adult is not as fun because you know the shortcuts to get the maximum amount of clues answered at once. So, and you just go back and forth from corner to corner using the secret passageway to narrow down your stuff until you know what it is.
I haven't played it enough. I don't know. It's been a long time since I played Clue.
Oh, man, I don't know. We're hardcore gamers at my place. I mean, it's really tough to play games at my house. My son, this is to tell you how tough. My daughter yesterday, we came over to play some games, and we played Sorry.
Yeah.
Right. We've played Sorry, a lot of games of Sorry over the years. Sam has won one game.
Mm.
She's 24. She's won one game in her entire life. Yesterday, she won her second game of Sorry ever.
Well, congratulations,
yeah,
Sam.
No kidding. That was just a prelude.
Mm-hmm.
But my son is such a game head that he was like, I know mathematically how to beat you at Guess Who every single time. You know that little kids game where you have to like ask people, does your person wear glasses? Does this person have a hat? And you narrow down your choices till you get the right one, right?
I've never played that, but I'm sorry.
I mean, you understand the premise, right?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Okay, right. Well, I mean, he's got this children's game down to like a science now. So it's no longer really a game anymore. He's like, I don't have to play this anymore. I've got it sussed out.
But isn't that like proclaiming to a 2-year-old that you can beat him at tic-tac-toe? It's like, ha, you
stupid little 2-year-old.
It's like, yeah, you can figure out how to play games. I mean, tic-tac-toe is one of those bizarre games.
Mm-hmm.
I can't figure out if it's good or bad, but initially it seems like everybody who wins, they're like wizards. Because
at tic-tac-toe?
Yeah. Because, you're told you put an X or you put an O anywhere of your choosing on the board. And you do, and then miraculously somebody else wins, and they're like geniuses.
No, it's not so miraculous. I mean, it's a pretty simple game.
Well, not if you're not smart,
Right? I guess so.
Which initially was, that's the case for all of us. You start out and you're like,
yeah,
you're not good at it, and then eventually you figure, oh, if I put 2 X's beside each other, then that forces the other guy to do this. Everybody that figures out tic-tac-toe seeks out someone who doesn't understand it yet. So they
can just slaughter them.
That's right. So they can just slaughter them. It's like chess. I mean, you ever play chess?
I've played a fair bit of chess.
You can just be a modestly adequate chess player and just beat the pants consistently off somebody who knows the rules but doesn't really play chess. And they'll think you're some sort of wizard.
Gary Kasparov or something.
Right, yes.
Yeah, I used to be able to just handily thrash my kids at chess. Not so much anymore. They actually are smart now, so smarter than Dad. My son is a much more broad thinker than I am when it comes to chess. He really is.
He can think 3 or 4 moves ahead, whereas you're still like on one or two. Yeah. Okay.
I'm still, if I'm lucky, on the last one.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm
still trying to figure out the last move I made.
Right. You're still struggling to remember that you're still playing.
Yeah.
Because if you walk out to the kitchen...
How does the horsey move again?
If you walk out to the kitchen and come back to the game board, it's like, what? Oh, that's right. What was I thinking? Well, that doesn't make sense.
Whoever's playing black doesn't know what he's doing. Oh, I'm playing black? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Fine. So yard sales.
Yard sales. Have you ever haggled at a yard sale? Tell me.
Haggled?
How do you haggle?
Basically, what you're telling this person is your junk is not worth that quarter that you've put on it.
Right.
So you're like, I'll give you 15 cents for this.
Right.
I think that's insulting.
That's why I don't like yard sales. I don't like them, and I don't like... First off, I feel like it's everybody's leftovers, which I normally...
kind of is.
If I went to somebody's house and they offered me leftovers, I wouldn't feel grateful, and I'm sorry about that, but I wouldn't.
Depends on what the leftovers are. There are some leftovers that are delicious.
How many times in your life...
What do you got in the fridge?
Stuff you wouldn't like.
Probably stuff I would not like.
That's right.
Is there meat in there? No. Okay, then never mind.
Yeah, that's right. when you went to friends' houses as a child, were all those eating experiences always wonderful?
No.
I was going to say, so here's what I'm saying is everybody else's leftovers, is from your perspective, is crap. You don't like them. They don't do it right.
I mean, I don't like leftovers to begin with, even my own, generally.
So, yeah, you don't like it. So, yard sales are people's personal leftovers. That's what they are. So, it starts out there. It's like personal leftovers. What, toiletries that were beneath me, apparently.
See, the thing is, though, we've added an extra layer when it comes to getting rid of your junk. It used to be, you would just haul that out in the yard, have a yard sale. Now, you take the good stuff, and you put it on eBay.
Yeah.
And then you take the less good stuff, and you yard sale it. And you take the crap, and you take it to Goodwill.
Right. That's exactly right.
And anything they don't take goes in the dump.
Right. Goodwill is the dumping ground of last resort. Poor Goodwill.
Yeah, I feel bad for Goodwill, actually.
Have you ever taken stuff there and you're just like, this is just me being lazy because
I can't bear to throw this in the garbage. Someone somewhere will want this. I'll take it to Goodwill.
And the poor people at Goodwill are then tasked. You've tasked them with going, oh, this is valuable. No, it isn't.
No, this is not valuable. No, I don't take stuff to Goodwill or the Salvation Army if it's not something I would think someone would genuinely want.
Like your underwear.
No, those I have to sign and send out to our fan club.
Yes. Does Goodwill take underwear?
No, they don't.
Are you sure?
No, I'm not sure, but surely they don't.
Because I bought a bra at Goodwill. For a show. I mean, just
let me say there's a long silence there of me trying to process what would lead you to go buy a bra at Goodwill.
I had to buy one for leading ladies, which is interesting.
Did they not come with their own bra? And if so, how did you find this out?
Did they not come with their own bra?
Yeah, your leading lady.
I was the leading lady in this.
You were the leading lady
in this context. It's
becoming clearer now.
I was so in this context. So this is what happens at Goodwill. There's a dressing room, which is really...
Did you try it on?
Yes.
God.
And an older lady... I was in the dressing room, and an older lady did not know that I was in there, and so she pulled back the locked curtain.
Yeah.
Because that's what you have in dressing rooms. And she saw me and I reacted, and then she withdrew suddenly, and I no explanation seemed adequate.
No, I can't imagine any situation where you would this is not my cup size.
That's right.
Yeah.
Or I'll be a few more minutes.
Yeah.
I don't know.
There's no small talk you can make to make that less awkward.
Well, explaining about being in a show, I would think seemed like
I'm
a
in
lie.
The theater.
It was, well, see, that might be an explanation, actually. But yeah, that was a moment where I'm sure the older lady regretted it, as did I.
I'm sure everyone involved regretted that. Yeah.
But, so they have bras, so you could give your underwear, I would bet.
I guess, I don't know. If I'm getting rid of underwear, I mean, it's had its lifestyle, or its lifespan. Its lifestyle. Its lifespan has been expended if I'm getting rid of them.
Your underwear has no lifestyle.
No, it really does not.
Anything in that proximity.
I will say, even though they're not sponsoring our show, MeUndies, they're pretty sweet.
Oh, all right.
They sponsor a lot of podcasts, so maybe they'll sponsor us one of these days.
That sounds. Do you wear them?
I'm wearing them now.
Okay. Are they sturdy, would you say?
They are made of antimicrobial cotton for reasons of which I don't remember why. They're very comfy. I like them.
Okay. And you've got microbes, apparently.
Evidently, I'm microbe-free because they're antimicrobial.
That's right. Well, that thing's going to need to have some heavy penetration to be very effective, unless it's just dealing with the outer microbes.
I have no idea what it's doing. It sounds good in the ad copy, I guess.
That's right. Yeah. Because that's what young people or older people are doing all the time. It's like, you know what? I see that on Facebook.
I bought them, so I mean, it meant something.
Right. On Facebook, is anybody know of any antimicrobial underwear? I'm just looking around.
I'm not sure if I have microbes, but I want to make sure that if I do, that these will help with them.
Fruit of the Loom, they're great if you want to have fruit in your underwear, but... So we should probably do another podcast on underwear.
I don't know that I think we're covering it pretty well right here.
I think this has been an episode that kind of talked about yard sales.
It kind of did, yeah.
This is a yard sale where we put our own personal goods.
We put our yard goods out there every week.
That's right.
In our digital yard, if you will.
And we found that nobody really wants them.
No, not really.
It's just...
We still have some leftovers.
That's right. That's right. We're going to have to take our stories to Goodwill.
Yeah.
So don't be surprised if next week we're podcasting from Goodwill. We're in a box. You could probably buy 2 men in a box at Goodwill.
Yeah, probably.
I would bet
how much
25 cents for the pair and 30 cents separately.
Oh, man. That's a big discount if you buy them as a pair.
They don't really want us taking up shelf space.
No, probably not.
At Goodwill.
Yeah.
You could put good underwear on those shelves.
Good has antimicrobial underwear.
That's right. All right. That's an episode.
Has that been an episode?
It has.
Again, I feel like I've had an episode.
Well, we're going to talk to you soon, everybody.
Yeah. Bye.
Bye.
Greetings. I am Alice, highly paid digital assistant to the two moderately entertaining nerds of the Two Men podcast. Want to let us know what you thought of the show? Have a topic you'd like to hear discussed? Feel like demanding your money back? We'd love to hear from you on 2 out of those 3 questions. Drop us an email at twomencast@gmail.com. In the meantime, please rate us and leave a review on iTunes or your podcast service of choice. Also, for all discussions moderately entertaining, you can find us at facebook.com/twomencast. Please join us again next week when we'll be guaranteed to be funny. Or not.